My bad. I was saying I'm a little bothered. Sometimes I'd be wondering, like, why do I feel like when I hear news like this, I get like upset? You know, I've been covering boxing on YouTube now for fucking 9 years, man. It's been a long time. Now, you know, yeah, there's been breaks in between, but still, I did my first video in 2010, November 2010. Crazy. So, since then, I'm boxing media now. Who would have fucking thought, right? So, on my website, FightView360.com, I started about 3 days ago. I have to go through each and every one of the sanctioning bodies because when you're a champion, right? Like Vasyl Lomachenko right now, WBC franchise champion. Devin Haney has been elevated to full WBC champion. Yo, we got a lot of shit to talk about. So basically, when you're a champion, in the case of Lomachenko, WBC franchise, WBA Super World, WBO, the only belt he's missing is Richard Comey's IBF title, 135 pounds. Comey's going to be taking on Teofimo Lopez December, what's that, the 13th or the 14th? I forgot the exact date. On ESPN, on the undercard of Terrence Crawford versus Aglidas Kavalauskas. So basically what I'm saying is this, right? I feel myself getting upset. Why? Why do I get upset talking about these things? Why do I feel like why is my blood boiling? Because the WBC is on my shit list. Not Gilberto Mendoza, you too. Well, he's really on my shit list with his fucking bullshit belts. The president of WBA. Now, the WBC has been doing a really, really good job, in my opinion. You know, no disrespect. Rest in peace to the patriarch of WBC boxing, Jose Sulaiman. His son now, Mauricio Sulaiman, runs WBC boxing. Let's talk about the fucking truth. The WBC used to be corrupt as shit. Did you know that Mauricio Sulaiman is the godson of Don King? Did you ever wonder to yourself why Don King fighters, guys like, let me remember off the top of my head, and I've covered these fights. Charles Hatley, Amir Imam, Bermain Stavern, even Trevor Bryan with that WBA interim belt he got. Did you wonder, like, where the fuck did these guys come from and how they be getting these WBC title shots? Think about it. This is for the hardcore boxing fans. Don King and the WBC was on some shit back in the 90s. But anyway, since Mauricio took over, he was doing a really, really good job and did up until this bullshit of cleaning up the organization, making sure that the rankings mean something, making sure that the belts mean something. Things got a little shady with that WBC diamond because in some situations it would mean that you're a mandatory. In other situations, it's just the same as the fucking Mayan belt or the Honduras belt or those specialty belts they make for Canelo, fights and Mexican fights and shit around fucking Mexican holidays. You know, I'm half black, half Spanish, and half Irish. I know all that shit. You know? So the problem I have with this is bullshit. A WBC franchise belt, what that is it's a money grab. And it's a dick sucking maneuver for the WBC to not lose money from a guy like Canelo saying, well, who are you to tell me who I'm going to fight? Who are you to tell me who I'm going to fight? I'm Canelo. And Canelo said, no, I don't want your belt. And the WBC loses upwards to $500 on the low end, maybe $500,000 a year. A lot of money. So since a guy like Lomachenko, and I love Lomachenko, this is not a Lomachenko bashing fucking channel. Don't bring that fucking shit to my fucking channel. I get untethered when I see people, just another. The group whose name must not be spoken. Hashtag Lions only. In the den. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this fucking bullshit, man. I'm not standing for this shit. He's never won a WBC title before. If anybody should be WBC franchise champion, not that I condone it, where the fuck is Wilder's WBC franchise champion? Shit. Loma never been a fucking, and I guess they saying, it's because he's, unified and, what he mean. Nah, fuck that. Like, he's supposed to motherfucking fight Devin Haney as his fucking mandatory. Fuck that other fucking shit. And I knew something was up when Bob Arum, when Canelo first got made franchise champion, Bob Arum was like, well, he should be franchise champion. Canelo's the one that moves the needle. And then at the fucking post-fight press conference for, what was it? Was it Loma Campbell? Bob Arum like, well, you know, WBC's probably going to make motherfucking Loma franchise champion. And I was like, oh shit, that fucking franchise shit is coming. I'm like, you know, this shit, like, listen, look at all this fucking typing. I didn't even get the fucking 108. I'm gonna look, this is where I'm at 108. It's nothing. So I know the rankings. I cover the fucking rankings. You can't pull no fucking fast bullshit on me. Just like with the fucking WBA. Look at this shit right here. Look at this shit right here. Look at these. Look at this color coding shit I be having to do. What the fuck is all these fucking belts? And don't you get me started. WBA, I got a video coming on you. I swear, if I ever encounter Gilberto Mendoza, I'm going to be on some humble, media professional shit, but I'm going to shove this fucking microphone down his throat. We need some answers. We the people. Everywhere I go, the people are asking about it. I go to motherfucking Wawa. Yo, TstreeT, man, what the fuck is that with the WBA? I'm bullshitting. I go to fucking Giant. Motherfucking TstreeT, Costco. They be like, yo, mate. Motherfucking WBA, mate. You know what I'm saying? Look, I forgot to make this dude the WBA interim champion. What the fuck? As you can see, I'm untethered. See? I do get passionate about boxing. So if you haven't noticed on the channel, you know, I had a very, very good summer. Very good summer. The first summer in a decade where I actually lived. And now that the boxing season is upon us, as you see, I got those weigh-ins out the way. Even though people are like, yo, what the fuck, mate? You fucking putting weigh-in videos out on Joshua Greer. Hey, listen. You know, that's how I get back into the swing of things. Just getting like videos out people wouldn't expect for me to get out, because you know that put it this way. This is one of my many videos that, like, I gotta let loose, man. I've been keeping this boxing animal in me caged for so long, you know, to get in the media. Now I am media. So now we gotta let it out. I'm pissed off at Oscar De La Hoya too and his sexual deviancy. But yeah, man, no disrespect to Loma. I like Loma. You know, he had some meet and greet in Philly, him and Usyk. I met Usyk last week, by the way. That was what's up. You know, I didn't get to meet Loma, but they had some media shit. It was too hot in there. It was too much shit going on, so I bounced. I'm sorry. Y'all know how I am. I'm not going to be sitting around waiting for no fucking boxer. I'm sorry. Every now and then I did it. Tevin Foreman was on my shit list because he made me wait for motherfucking 2 hours. But at the same time, it's like, all right, you from Philly. Got to pay homage. But that was some nut-ass shit. Still on my shit list. And people in the media be talking in the back about you, brother. That's what they used to say back in WBC, WCW, NWO, when they had like beef with one of their members and shit. They'd be like, there's been some talks in the back, brother. And you'll see a motherfucker like Horace Hogan, like, what? What do you mean? And then later on at night, Horace Hogan get his fucking ass smashed by the whole NWO and get spray painted and kicked out. I don't think that ever happened. Horace Hogan was, whatever. Anyway, moving on. I like Loma, man. And before we go too far, let's say this, right? Damn, I got to get the UFC. The UFC main event is about to start, the co-main. UFC Singapore. It is Saturday, 10 a.m. Like, okay, all right. When he comes back, he's likely going to fight Richard Comey or Teofimo Lopez, whoever wins that fight. Okay, I get it. But that's not going to be until April or May. March, April, May, because this fight's in December. There's talk of him fighting the winner of Burchelt, who fights November the 9th, against Jason Sosa. Burchelt moving up and Loma moving down. You know, to possibly win that title. There's talk about that. There's been talk. And then there's also this talk of him fighting his WBO mandatory or WBO future man, George Caballos Jr. What? And listen, I understand that Top Rank right now is making the best fights that they can make. So I'm banking on that in this case with Lomachenko, they're going to make the best fight they can make. But in this case, when it comes to Devin Haney, they don't want that. I think they want they fight in-house with Loma. They don't want to keep like him going back and forth with Haney and all that shit. I mean, with Matchroom and it being, you know, on Sky Sports over in the UK, but ESPN Plus over here. Like, they don't want to do that shit. So they trying to figure out some type of in-house shit to maximize profit, also to get Loma on pay-per-view. But in regards to the WBC and Loma, this video is not about Loma. It's about the fucking WBC and their bullshit. Like, come on, we know what it is. They don't want to go to certain fighters and say, yo, we gotta strip you, bro. You know, I guarantee you, Floyd, he would be franchised. I'm not saying that he shouldn't. You know, it's complex, you know, and it's a slippery slope, because you could ask yourself, well, as long as Canelo keeps fighting top competition and great competition, then, you know, he should be franchised. But in the case of Loma, it sets a really, really fucked up precedent, because Loma's never been a WBC champion in the multiple divisions that he's unified. Right? I covered these fights. I covered all of Lomachenko fights. He is the only fighter on YouTube. I've covered all of his fights between this channel and the last channel I was on. I covered every single Loma fight on YouTube. Every one. Everyone. All of them. All of these fights I covered. It's crazy. Now that I think about it. So, you know, it's fucked up. But what do we do? I know I had to call them out on their bullshit, you know, and I expect for Wilder to be made a franchise champion if he beats Luis Ortiz. That's got to come, right? But yet, in the WBC, okay, let me read this from ESPN Dan Vasyl, right? Here, let's go do some Reading Rainbow. Let's go do some Reading Rainbow. Please subscribe, by the way. We cover every single major fight live. And get back into the swing of things, man. So, be right back. Let's see here. All right, this is for you. Backed by popular demand. Backed by popular demand. There we go. Hold on, guys. Hold on. This is for you. This is for you.
Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book. A reading rainbow. I can go anywhere. Friends to know and ways to grow. A reading rainbow.
All right. Let's cut the shit. Okay, so the WBC is having a convention this week. Every year, well, actually, they have the biggest convention of all the sanctioning bodies. Lomachenko's there, Usyk's there, Bob Arum's there, Mike Tyson, you know, guys like that, Floyd Mayweather, they all usually show up. Like, it's a big deal. So during this, every year when they do this, they announce, like, what's going to be happening with all of the divisions. So we're just talking about lightweight 135. Unified World Champ, and this is Dan Vasyl's just, you know, paraphrased breakdown. Unified World Champion Lomachenko, who won the vacant WBC belt by decision over Luke Campbell on August the 31st, was stripped of the belt and given an honorary title of franchise champion. I don't call it stripped. Don't see why would he word it like that? It's not stripped. It's an elevation. It's not stripped. Like, I wonder if, like, it's not stripped. It's not stripped. I'm not using that term. Honorary title of franchise champion, the second in the WBC history since its recent creation for Canelo Alvarez. Interim titleist Haney, who elevated to WBC world title holder, had been scheduled to defend the interim title on November the 9th against an opponent to be named, and now will defend the full title. Also, the November the 2nd bout between former title holders Javier Fortuna and Jesus Cuellar was approved at the final eliminated for Haney's mandatory challenger. By the way, I'm going to be covering that Fortuna Cuellar fight next week. It's going to be a busy week, November the 2nd, in just combat sports as a whole. So yeah, man, it's some bullshit, right? Right? That's not stripped. No. It's not that. No. It's WBC. Like, no, we want to make sure the money keep rolling in. That's what it is. That's what it is. Fucking Arturberto BF. If anything, they might as well make fucking David Benavidez. Fucking Arturberto BF. Listen, it's who they can make anybody a franchise champion that they want. It's not saying that Loma's not, don't twist my words. It's not saying that Loma's not franchise material. This is his first He hasn't even had a defense. Let me get my blood pressure down. TstreeT controversy. Fight View 3. Look. Errol Spence can be franchised because he bring in a lot of money for fucking, Al Haney can go to WBC Suleiman and say, yo, bro, like, what's up? We bringing in bread too. Like, it's lit, No, man, no. And it's crazy because since Errol Spence and Danny Garcia are supposed to be fighting if Errol Spence returns, then there's no need for them to make a franchise champion because that's in-house shit. The WBA uses their belts all right, you'll keep the Super World over here, but you on this side, you get the world. No, it's all fucked up. Please subscribe and TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com.
And ways to grow, a reading